Hey guys, it's Sucks and welcome back to my channel. We are back with another speed build, this time doing only base game. This house is basically a big, giant, multi-generational family home, right? Multiple generations of family will probably be living in this house. It's 5-bed, I believe. Yeah, 5-bed, 3 full bath. I know that doesn't sound like too big. I believe one of the room has bunk beds, one of the room has a double bed, and there's lots of space for you to kind of adjust as you need to, because there's a big like 3-car garage, right? And it's like, it's not functional, it's purely for decoration. So whatever you want to do, if you want to stick a kid or two in there or do whatever, you can turn that garage into a living space, kind of do whatever you want with it. It's kind of perfect. I kind of just made it as a really basic, like, base house. It's entirely base game. It's not too decorated. I didn't spend too much time like cluttering it up. It's a little, like, there's a little bit of clutter, so it's not like entirely barren, but I didn't really spend too much time in the interior. I was more just thinking for like players, I guess, kind of, but I mean, I also wanted to make a cute, like, nice functional house, something I imagine myself using. And if you want an unfurnished version of this, it's also on my gallery. You can get that completely unfurnished. My ID is the same as my YouTube channel, except there's 2 S's at the end of socks. Also, it's on my CurseForge. The link to that will be in below. It should be already up by now because I uploaded this on CurseForge a couple days earlier, so I can have it like go through, you know, in time. I finished this build a couple days ago. I usually stew in my builds for a day or two anyways before I like make a video and get them uploaded, so I kind of think I'll just be like immediately uploading them to CurseForge and my gallery too. I do that as well. So if you like, I don't know, want to get down on my builds earlier, you can either follow me on CurseForge or my gallery, because usually the second I'm done with them, I upload them. Or not done with them, but like done building them, I upload them, just because it's easier for me to manage, okay? Probably talked about that before, but anyways. So basically the thing with this house, it's kind of gimmick. First off, it's based off of a house plan. I will insert that now. Maybe I'll insert it at the beginning of the video instead, just to kind of like show what I'm creating, because I want to, you know, give credit to that house plan as well. I'll link that below as well. Just based on a house plan, I wanted a big 1-story house that's very like central, but like has lots of bedrooms and lots of space for family. So this house has an in-law suite on the back of it, basically. I mean, it depends on where you like view the back of the lot, because it could kind of be different. Don't mind all the like roof fiddling and stuff. It happens. But yeah, there's an in-law suite kind of nestled in the back of the house. It's 1 bedroom with like a kitchenette and a nice little living space. It's super cute. But yeah, that's kind of like one of the features, as well as like the garage. So there's obviously like entrances into the house on their own, but like the main entrance, kind of like, it's very realistic based house, right? Because it's like, I obviously did it from a real life floor plan, so it's gonna be more like realistic. So the actual front door is like to the side, or at least it looks like it when you're looking head on from the garage, and then the in-law suite would be from the back of there. But the garage is connected to a mudroom, which is connected to both of the living areas in this house. There's one room connects to the ensuite, or not ensuite, sorry, connects to a mudroom that connects to the in-law suite is what I mean, what I'm trying to say. So, kind of moving on from the build for now. We're going to talk about some other stuff, because I do have quite a little bit of time today. I have another 20 minutes, basically, of voiceover to fill. But I'm going to talk just for a second about upcoming video game strikes with the SAG-AFTRA, I believe. What is it for? It's for a couple of things, I'm sure. Basically, they were given the okay to strike in the video game industry for a whole slew of reasons. I'll also include the link to that down below with like all the FAQ stuff. I just want to say that when that goes through, or I say when because it probably will, but when and if it goes through, I probably will not be uploading content out of solidarity for the union workers. And I'm not going to say it for sure set in stone, because we don't know what the strike, like, we don't know what they're going to ask for us, these unions, right? We don't know what they're going to ask from content creators. Obviously, I don't make money from my content right now because I'm not in the partner program yet, but, you know, I do make content for the purpose of, well, mainly for myself, but also for the purpose of potentially monetizing it one day. So I think I would fall under that umbrella of, like, people trying to monetize it. So I'm going to, you know, do that more in solidarity. And again, we don't know what they're going to ask of us when they go on strike. It might not be a requirement, but I am keeping open to that possibility of not uploading Sims content or any, like, of the games involved. Again, there's a huge list. I'll provide resources for that below, and you can read up on it, because I'll be honest, I haven't fully done, like, all my reading up on it. I only have time for a couple of rabbit holes at a time, and that's not one of them right now. Okay, I'm sure I'll read more into it later to see more what it'll entail. It's been a hot topic on things like Twitter, whatever. I'm not going to talk too in depth about it, because I just wanted to kind of put it out there. There might be an opportunity, or might be a chance in the future where I stop uploading Sims content for a little bit. We'll see. I think it'll give me time to pre-record if I do that. But I probably will upload other stuff in the meantime. I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch it. It might just absolutely kill my channel. In fact, the strike in general might just, like, kill my channel if I decide to, like, you know, not upload. But it's also, like, if it's for solidarity, if it's for a good cause, whatever. Like, I don't want to kind of destroy my moral compass. Just whatever. It's a conversation for its own video. I'm sure if the strike goes through, I'll make my own separate video, like, talking about it, and also, like, bring attention to it too, because I think that's the biggest part. It's bringing attention to what they're, you know, talking about. Workers want to be fairly compensated, like, and that's obviously, especially in the video game industry, where so many artists, devs, voice actors, like, they're all treated like shit, right? Like, at the end of the day, it's all just, the money goes to the big fucking shareholders and the big corporate like, you know, it's about fighting against the corporation that are just taking every single profit they can and actually dispersing it amongst their workers and compensating them fairly and making sure they have protections in place. Because, wow, I feel so bad for video game devs. Listen, I do my fair share of complaining about this game. When I talk about, I think, hating anything related to this game, I hate EA, okay? When I say I'm mad at EA, I'm actually mad at EA itself. EA itself sucks. But not the devs or anything. I have really come to appreciate the devs, especially in the last year or so, like with the Guru program. I feel bad for them. I really hope that, like, I don't know, because the online communities can kind of be mean to them, and it's probably not the best environment. Obviously, it's voluntary whether they want to have their presence out there and be online, but they're subjected to a lot of hate and vitriol, and people just treat them with so much disrespect, especially recently. And I think it's because the game has become more accessible to the general public since going free. I don't want to say, like, oh, it's all these newbies ruining it for the rest of us. No, it's just when you have a free game like that, its audience is gonna expand, and with expanding audiences comes stupid people. Stupid people are everywhere you look, you know? It's just a part of life. Be nice to artists, be nice to devs. Just remember, when you're speaking about issues, about, like, the inner workings of industries you know nothing about, it's like, it gets really easy to get sucked into the Twitter, like, brain rot. And I say this as someone who is definitely, I'm not like entirely innocent either. I definitely have said things, like, very matter-of-factly online in public places before that have been very wrong, and you definitely should try to at least do a little bit more research before you, like, just kind of speak for these people or what. I don't know. Just life's more nuanced than it can seem, and I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of just inner community drama the next couple months too if this strike goes through. I'm prepared for the shitstorm of online communities, and I think I'm going into it with a very healthy mindset. I know what I want to do. I know, I just basically I'm set. I'm just gonna kind of watch this happen and play out. I'm not gonna be involved, but yeah, this is gonna get pretty interesting. If you're in any other online spaces, this is what the YouTube community at least is pretty nice because it's so like centralized, right? Like there's no like real public forums for people to be douchebags to each other. To obviously you still see weird stuff in whatever communities, but it's nice at least in this little YouTube vacuum bubble to get a break from it. And yeah, some people who like don't have Sims Twitter or whatever have no idea what I'm talking about when I talk about just some of the inner community like drama and discourse, but that's okay. That comes with the territory. I do love the little community though. I do have to say, I rack on sometimes the groupthink and how it affects people and how I've become victim to that too. But at the end of the day, I'm so appreciative of this community. Holy shit, just through hard times and shit too. Like, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love the little community, even on Twitter, even if it can be toxic sometimes. But I'm gonna stop talking about that stuff. Let's go into more like personal life stuff. This month is the busiest month of my life. Oh my god. I'm so tired, and I'm not gonna say I can't wait for it to be over, because at the end of it, I'm gonna get like a big vacation, and I'm gonna have lots of fun. I'm gonna be in Boston for about 2 weeks. I'm gonna just, have time to relax, go out, do fun stuff. Should hopefully have some content pre-recorded for then. It's just a lot of other stuff in my life is going on. Quite busy. I dog sit twice before I go, and I just took on a new task at work, so I'm doing a little bit more work during the week. I took over some more like social media aspects. Before I was kind of like producing stuff in the background, as well as like doing more work like on site, because I probably mentioned this any video where I bring up my job. I mention kind of like the basics of my job, but it's like a B&B / communal space for like a bunch of different things. But yeah, I've kind of taken over social media a little bit more, so there's a little bit more on my plate, which is fine. I get a little bit more money, but unfortunately I do get a little less time to work on my videos and my builds, which is one thing that sucks. But I am looking forward to this vacation, because I do think I'm gonna be like building while I'm gone, right? Because while I'm gone, I've said this again in videos before, but my boyfriend will still have his classes at least, so we'll have a couple hours like every day where it's like, what the hell do I do? I'm just gonna be at his house like alone. So I will have like my own mini setup to play my Sims, so I might be doing a little bit of building there. Of course, I'm not gonna like put myself in any pressure to build while I'm there. I just have a feeling it will happen because I will have time. But yeah, I do want to like prioritize taking care of myself during that trip, and like just having just a little bit of a break of like the daily like life has definitely gotten a little crazy the past couple months. Sorry, I don't mean to say it like that, but it has a lot of stuff's happened, especially like personally to me, and that's not necessarily a bad thing either. There have been some like great things that have happened this year. It's definitely better than last year. I'll say that. Last year was booty cheeks, so I will take all this eventful like stuff happening over that any day. I have some answers in my life for things I did not know the answer to, so you know what, things are looking up. I will say that I am looking forward. I used to have a pretty like bad outlook on my own future, mostly because I thought I wouldn't be able to progress. I felt stuck for a while there, but now that I'm actually making progression like in my everyday life, I feel a little bit unstuck. I feel a little bit more like there's a world at my fingertips, and it's a little overwhelming, the amount of like personal freedom I can actually have now. It's weird. It's weird. This has now become a couch therapy session for me. I don't know. But yeah, we're moving into the colder months now. We've had like this heat wave the past like week here where I am, and I'm so excited for the temperature to just drop. and stay that way. I'm so tired of it being mid to high 80s in October. Like, that's crazy, especially where I am. I am in Canada. It should not be this temperature this time of year. It's that's just, yeah, I'm warm, especially when I'm heat intolerant. Doesn't make it better. I'm so looking forward to just being a little more cool and maybe getting into the spirit for some fall builds, because right now it still feels like summer. I still feel like we're at the tail end of August. That just might be me, but yeah, it just feels like we're stuck in August. It doesn't feel like October to me. Like, even like the foliage and stuff, like we have this big maple, yeah, it's some sort of maple tree, whatever. It's usually by this time of year, like, it's gone entirely like this bright red. It's only just starting to turn red. It's very Mother Nature's confused this year. I don't blame her. It sucks here, man. This planet sucks. We suck. We've kind of created this unfortunate. Okay, I'm not gonna get existential. Let's talk about the build a little bit more. We're working on this kitchen right now. I wanted to, oh sorry, I kind of like nudged my mic. I wanted to keep this I tried to go for a more open concept. Didn't end up working, or not working, but like it ended up being more closed off than I thought it was going to be, especially with that secondary hallway. I didn't think I was going to put walls up, but I decided to try to make it a little bit more open, utilize pillars a little bit more. I love using pillars inside of my builds, even though you have to like kind of mess around with like getting them visible in like gameplay screenshots and whatever, and sometimes it looks weird without them, but I love them. I'm a pillar girly. I love pillars. Even when there's not a lot of good ones in a base game, because there's not a lot of good pillars to use. Oh my god, okay, so I don't know if I've talked about this biopsy specifically before, but I have been in the process of getting a kidney biopsy for like months now. So first off, nobody told me my freaking kidneys were at such awful function. Like, I think my kidneys are at like 30% function right now, which is like, it's not like kidney failure, but it's like attributable to like late stage kidney disease. And the problem is, I don't have a kidney disease. We know what's causing it. We know it's my autoimmune disorder right now, and we don't want to go on treatment until the biopsy's done, just so we can make sure we're not missing anything. But I can't get this freaking biopsy done because it's like you have to go through like 12 gatekeepers. Like, but I had to cancel it the first time because I wussed out. I had a bad feeling that day, man. I'll be honest. It was a gut feeling. I can't do this today. So I had to reschedule it. And that's obviously annoying. But it's been even more annoying because like some time went by. They never ended up calling me back to reschedule it. So I had to, first off, the doctor's office tells me to call them to schedule my biopsy. Like, first off, anytime I've gotten a biopsy, like, it's the doctor's administration that goes through the hospital's administration to get you booked in, and the hospital will call you. Whatever. They wanted me to call the hospital. That's okay. I can do that. I can call the booking department. I've done this a million times. I call them all the time for whatever, but usually that's not standard procedure. Usually the doctor's office does it for you, so whatever. I called them and they're like, oh, you actually need to do this through your doctor because your paperwork has expired, so you need to fax a new requisition over for the biopsy. Like, okay, well, I wish they would have said that before. So I called them back. I said, you have to send them an updated requisition, whatever. They said, okay, we sent it, so please call them back again and get that scheduled. Like, why do I have to be the messenger? Like, obviously they'll see something, but why do I have to jump through hoops to get this done? Okay, whatever. I call them back. I'm like, okay, they sent it back. Can I schedule this? They're like, okay, well, yeah, we'll call you back later this week. This was like a week now ago. This was last week now, and it's the middle of this week. So whatever. I call them. I ask, like, has it gone through? Like, they haven't called me yet. They're like, no, you can try calling them back. Try calling them back. Didn't get an answer. They called me back today because I believe I tried to call them again at the end of the week last week, or was it the beginning? I don't know anymore because it's all blending together. But I called them back, or sorry, they called me. They're like, oh, so hey, so that's that kidney biopsy. Yeah, your blood work's out of date now, because the last time you got blood work was in August. So you have to call your doctor to fax the requisition form and let us know when the blood work's on its way, and then we can get this scheduled. Not even me, like, in right away. Scheduled. Like, I was supposed to... Sorry, I hit my mic again. I'm using my hands a lot right now. Even though you can't see me. But, I was supposed to... I wanted to have this done before I went away to Boston. Just so I could be, like, out of the way. But at this point, it's far too close to the trip for me to be comfortable doing it. Taking a plane after such a high-risk procedure, too. Especially for me. But, you know, risk of bleeding. And then I don't want to go somewhere that doesn't have universal health care for... a couple weeks while I'm technically at risk of bleeding. Just, it's not something I want to do. Sorry. So yeah, though I called back the office today, I didn't get a response from them. Usually they always answer me. This is the same doctor that, like, harasses me constantly whenever they need something from me. Like, if I don't get blood work the day they tell me, they'll call me the second they open the next day. Hey, did you get the blood work yet? Reminding you to get the blood work. Like, they harass you more than your own mom should. It's wild, whatever. She's a thorough doctor. I love her. A little annoying. The receptionist's a little overwhelming. She's nice enough. But it's just... yeah, it's a little tiring and overwhelming sometimes. But I should be getting that when I come back. Just, it's probably best anyways. Again, I'm dog sitting a bunch too, so it probably wouldn't be the best. And I am dog sitting, I believe, like, directly when I come back, but it's my sister's, like, old goblin crusty dog, you know. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Plus I can just, like, stay with him. He's pretty low maintenance, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, I'm actually going to end this voice over here because I'm getting to the end. I'm sorry if this ended off a little rambly, just some things I wanted to share, and I had some time to today, so I hope you're cool with that. Yeah, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Of course, I would like to thank my patrons, Jacqueline, Dream, Hanawo, Esther, and Sasha. If you'd like to support me and my channel, the link to my Patreon is down below. However, that is never a necessity. Again, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next video of whatever I make.